Welcome everyone on our webinar from Leon Software and PAX Files integration. My name is Daniel. I am a member of Leon customer support team, and today also with me is Martin Klutz, CEO of PAX Files. Hello, Martin.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Daniel.
Today we'll be showing you how the sanctions lists from PAX Files are working. So for this purpose, maybe Martin, you will start. So please get us a closer look to PAX Files. What are you doing with your software?
Sure. I'm going to share my screen for that purpose, and I will present a little bit. So basically, what we are doing is okay, Daniel. Here we got our 3-second cut already because I was missing this one here. So. Okay. Yes, first of all, we are super happy to be integrated directly in Leon software, which is a great platform, and also it enables all the clients, operators, dispatchers, and even the sales team, by the way, to scan entities like passengers, crews, aircraft, and so forth against a huge number of different sanction lists. What we got already in place is we got the possibility to not only scan passengers and crews, but also companies, aircraft, as well as other assets. By the way, there's also one thing that is coming new. I'm going to show you that in a little while. We are capable of updating all those different sanction lists each and every 30 minutes. So it is perfectly up to date all the time. We got also flexible matching options and adjustable probability thresholds. So every operator, every company can set up its or their individual probability threshold. So for example, you don't want to see some matches that are below a certain percentage, let's say 75% maybe. So we set up this certain threshold, and everything below is just disregarded, and you will only receive the relevant results. What we are doing also when it comes to the check itself, first of all, we do fully automated checks in the background. You will be then alerted via a dedicated checklist item directly in Leon. And as well, you will also receive emails regarding if something has been found, what has been found, and you will also, and you can turn them on and off, receive emails if nothing has been found. Also, and this is a very good addition, it's also possible to trigger those sanction checks directly from within Leon. So there is one specific checklist item with a check button, and you can click that, and it scans the whole trip directly on demand whenever you need to be scanning everything. In addition to all that, we also provide access to our dedicated portal, which enables you then to type in some text, free text search. You can search for passengers, you can search for companies, brokers, aircraft even. So everything that can be sanctioned can be found also via the dedicated portal there. Apart from that, we are in the comfortable situation right now that we got the most comprehensive list coverage right now, and we are working closely and currently also on adding new lists. A little bit more to that later on. Good. New point is definitely the full automation just released, working with Leon already. Very, very new, and a dedicated point that was a difficult one, but we managed, obviously. We will also now check all the date of births. So it happens from time to time that you receive a sanction match for a particular person, and then you figure that it seems not to be that person that you searched because there's a mismatch in date of birth. And we are now eliminating this problem also by adding the date of birth, if available, of course, in the sanction scan itself. And now the overall match probability will also reflect the date of birth specific probability. So that sums up to a certain overall match. And this one should definitely clear out all those false positives. We do also maintain 2 additional lists. One is the blacklist. It's a private, a personal blacklist, if you wish. You can set up this list dedicated to your operations. Nobody else will see it, of course. So you can add just there also any entities, be it aircraft, be it operator, passengers, whatever, which you choose not to do business with. So whenever our algorithm finds a passenger that is also on the blacklist, you will receive an alert correspondingly. And in contrast to that, we also implemented a so-called whitelist. So for example, you got a passenger that is frequently flying with you and has a similar name to one sanctioned person, but not exactly the same name, for example, or a different date of birth also. And this passenger always pops up within your standard screenings. So what you can do right now is you can whitelist this person, and from then on, this person won't pop up each and every time you do those scans. What we're also working on, and this will come with a dedicated release, we will also enable you to scan not only passengers and crew and aircraft, which is already implemented, of course, but also handling agents connected to those legs, as well as customers. So this makes perfect sense if you don't know your customers too well, if you are traveling to kind of exotic destinations and you got no clue who the handling agent there really is there something going wrong? Now you can check that also. And of course, we are always working on adding additional sanctions lists, and we got a whole bunch in the basket also coming up in the next release for you. Yeah, this is it.
Okay, thank you very much, Martin, for the explanation. So now let me take over the screen and I will show you how the integration can be enabled in Leon and how this is working on our flights. So the first step, of course, will be to contact PAX Files. You can find the contact in the website paxfiles.com. At the upper right corner, you have a button to make a contact. And then admin will receive a link with activation, authorization link. With password and then with login to Leon, they can authorize the connection with the software. And then in the admin panel add-ons, you will find the PAX files. In here, you'll be able to select which aircrafts and aircraft activities should be shared with the integration. So it's best, of course, to select all your aircrafts and then save the change. After the integration is enabled, you just need to add trips, flights to Leon, because like Martin said, the automation will come in hand and the item will appear automatically. So let's now create some flight in our ops module in Leon. So for this purpose, let's use our test aircraft ABCDE. Let's fly on 4th of September from, let's say, Warsaw to, let's say, Brussels. And let's add, let's say, 3 passengers. So I will just save the change. Now let's add some crew members to the flight. And also let's add some passenger. Let's say Aaron Johnson, Dave Mustard, and let's save the change. So the passengers and crew members are added. Of course, you can use any view in Leon software in Ops module. So I'm using currently table, but if you want, you can use calendar or timeline to create new flights in Leon software. And then all the magic with PAX files is happening in the checklist. So if you go to the checklist, Ops checklist, then automatically PAX files integration will add item PAX files sanction list. As Martin said, next to it will be check item, check button. So you just need to click it. And then the software will check aircraft, crew members and also the passengers. So Martin, if you can please describe what we can see on this screen.
Sure.
Right now.
Right now we are seeing that everything except one passenger seems to be green. So the aircraft has been checked, the crew members have been checked, 2 additional passengers have been checked, all green, okay. And then you see a red bold bar with the name that actually has been put into Leon. So this is the passenger name. And below that, you see a table with different people that have been sanctioned and found by our software. What you also see is on which sanction list this particular individual is being sanctioned, and which country and region. If available by the provider of those lists, you will also find the publication URL. So you can just visit it directly and see additional information regarding the reasons maybe why those guys have been sanctioned. You also find the so-called match type. So this is the probability. So we see 100%. So there's a 100% match between the passenger that is being entered in Leon as well as the passenger or the entity that has been found on sanction lists. And also, we are also providing all the remarks that can be grabbed out of those different sanction lists. We put them together into one human readable form, and you can find them there in the remarks field as well. They are sorted by the probability. So the highest match is always on top, and then it goes down to the least probable match.
Okay, and also here, if the mentioned threshold by you is defined, then, for example, like below 70%, 75%, the person will not be visible here. Yeah, if you define the threshold.
Exactly. Well, for 100%, obviously not, but operators
sure.
To set up a threshold to whatever they find it's reasonable for those for their operation, and from then on, nothing else except above that threshold will be shown.
Okay, and also if I apply the change, and also the status of the item will be updated for you. So still, the operator will be able to see that something is incorrect. If some passenger will be removed from the flight, then of course there will be a need to recheck the sanctions list. So let's see how it will went after I will remove the passenger. So let's check once again. Yeah, so now everything is green. If I apply the change, then okay, of course the OK status is visible, green status. So we can go ahead and schedule this flight legally. And also, as I know, there is also a possibility for the sales team to check the sanctions list, right?
Yeah, that's great. Actually, this is cool. I think we're the only ones that actually enabled our sanction scan within Leon in the sales module as well. Yeah, would be cool to see it also, please.
Yeah, sure. So if you're using our sales module in Leon, so I'll just transfer the view. Let me just create some quick request for the test client. Let's pick up some aircraft. Maybe once again, the ABCDE aircraft. Let's fly once again from Warsaw to Brussels. Also tomorrow, but let's fly on the evening with 2 passengers, and let's create a request. Yeah, so now of course you just need to add the passengers. So once ahead, let's go with 2 passengers. Let's save the change. And now, of course, in the sales checklist, you will have PAX files sanctions list, which is connected to the sales checklist. Once again, of course, the check button will be available for you, so you can run the check. So if you are using Ops module to create flights, or if you are booking flights from the sales module, in both ways you can use, of course, the integration with PAX files, and you will be able to see if some passenger, if some crew member, or if the aircraft was matched on some sanction lists. So it's very user friendly, just few clicks, and that's it. You have all the results.
Cool.
Yeah. If I may, Martin, I have also a few questions for you, because probably our clients will want to have additional information. So please tell us which sanctions lists are checked by PAX files.
Yes, this is currently a huge bunch. It's really a little bit too exhaustive to tell you directly. I would like to share my screen again, if this is okay. with
Yeah,
you.
of course. So let me just share mine.
So here we go. So this is the current list here. There are a few EU-related lists. Of course, the standard EU list, so there's a list of financial sanctions. Then EU also brought out another list of travel bans. So these are people really that are not allowed to travel into the EU. Then we got the EU air safety list, which is a list of different airlines that are not allowed to enter European airspace. Of course, UN list, so this is the mother of all lists. Then we got the UK, we got Switzerland, we got France, we got Turkey, Australia, Canada, United Arab Emirates. We got 6 or 7 different ones coming from the USA. They are split into different sections and different geography. We need to cut on that. I'm gonna make a 3-second pause for you. Then we got a bunch of different United States lists, segmented into different topics and regions. Then we got the FBI list and the already mentioned private no-fly list. We are currently working on another couple of lists that will be implemented soon. They will also released very soon, and once they are released, we will announce what lists these are. I just wanted to highlight one additional point in terms of lists when it comes to sharing data. So we are not passing on any passenger data to those authorities. So this is a strict cut here. So we are gathering all the data from those different lists, processing it all on our EU-hosted servers. And all the data coming from Leon and the operators will not ever leave our service. So we are not checking people and passengers against the sanction lists at the place where those lists are. No, we are dragging all the lists and we're comparing all the lists directly in our service. So nothing is being shared in that regard.
Okay, so like no authority will be notified, let's say, about any check.
Exactly.
There will be no place for this. Okay,
absolutely,
great.
absolutely. This was also the reason why we disregarded one particular list, because there was no other technical mean really in order to grab the data. Everything we could have done, but we didn't do it, is upload the passenger data to their service and await the response. And this is certainly nothing operators would like to see. So therefore, we just canceled that particular list. We are processing everything down on our servers.
Okay, thank you. So, as you mentioned, so more and more lists will be coming to PAX files. I mean, the sanctions list. You are trying to add new ones.
Exactly. Yes. So this is yet to come. We will announce it as soon as the lists are being implemented. Will be a bunch of lists. And also one thing to highlight here is that all those different sanction lists do have, not all of them, of course, but some of them, or most of them, do provide birth dates of persons that are sanctioned. And all the birth dates are in completely different formats, in different columns, different date formats. Well, this would be easy. But some of those lists also come with text fields where they say approximately 1975 until 1977. So, and this is really a challenge in order to come up with a clever algorithm that takes also this into consideration and matches not only the name but also the date of birth here. So it's not only fixed dates, but it's also date ranges, year ranges, and just estimates of the date of birth. And all those different date of births are being considered with different matching thresholds when it comes to finding out if the person is really the person that was searched or not.
No, thank you for this, because this was also one of my questions to you. So thank you for
Yeah,
covering it already. And I have also a question, because you have mentioned the whitelist, but what
yes.
happens if you add some, let's say, some passenger to the whitelist, but later on it will turn out that this pax should be sanctioned?
Yeah, this is also a good question, really. So if you add a passenger, a crew member that pops up every time you scan it, but you do know that it's not sanctioned, or he or she is not sanctioned, of course, then you can put this person on your whitelist. And the clue about that is that you not only put only the name on the whitelist, but also the match probability that is currently being suggested by our software. So, for example, if you have a passenger which pops up each and every time with 92%, for example, you just add that passenger to the whitelist and also say to the system, alert me again whenever the threshold or the match probability is higher than this 92%. That way, you can make sure that if this person is really sanctioned, it will already pop up and again pop up if the probability is higher than those 92%, because only then it makes sense. Because if the person is sanctioned and you have a perfect match, then it would be definitely higher than this particular threshold, and therefore it would pop up again. So you don't lose anything. You just get rid of false positives if it's really really annoying you. But you will be alert whenever this person, for some reason or the other, got really sanctioned.
Okay, it's good to know it. And please tell me if the operator will not use PAX files, if they will not check the sanctions list, are there some penalties that the operator can face from the authorities?
Yeah, absolutely. It really varies from region to region. So each and every country or region or political region has different means when it comes to penalties. So this can be in the range from hefty fines up to prison sentences for the management. There are also there have been cases already that operators have been sanctioned themselves because of not following sanctions. And this is really, it's just the end of the airline, really, because if an aircraft is sanctioned, if the whole operator and the AOC is sanctioned, then you got no grounds to operate anymore. So this is really tough. A simple click or even the automatic checks in the background should safeguard you in that regard. And you can focus on your business.
Yeah, so the PAX file should be turned on by any operator that is
Absolutely.
using Leon, and it should be like the point for daily work and checking every flight
Yes,
they are
absolutely.
flying.
That's true.
Okay, so thank you very much, Martin. Thank you for this webinar. If you have some questions, then please, all our attendees can stay because we have chat open. So please go ahead and ask questions that of course we will cover. So thank you very much, Martin, one more time for the whole webinar. And go ahead and please enable the PAX files integration in Leon software. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.